Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Sylvia Wilson, and I am coming to you today basically via video because I wanted to take some time to thank you all for sharing your immunity maps with me. I thank you very much for your transparency. I thank you very much for being able to trust me enough to share some of your improvement goals, both on a personal and professional level. And I know that it's not always easy to share your fears and your concerns and your worries and your competing commitments and big assumptions with others. But I thank you very much for trusting me enough to be able to share some of those intimate details about your lives and your careers with me. I do not take that for granted, so thank you very much. But I also wanted to take some time to let you know that in being so transparent with me, that you have actually liberated me to be able to share a few more things with you. When I assigned the immunity map, um, for the course, I actually decided that I wanted to share an immunity map with you all to kind of get things warmed up and kind of like it said in Keegan and Leahy, to open my kimono in a way to hopefully make it easier for you all to complete the process as well. I had a choice of either giving you my personal immunity map or a professional immunity map. And I ultimately decided to go with the personal immunity map because I was concerned about how the professional immunity map may affect the course and how I'm viewed as an instructor for the course. So, but after seeing how transparent you all were with me and sharing some of um, your concerns and your challenges, I guess I can say that it liberated me to be able to share this with you. So, um, my professional goal for the semester was basically to be able to come to you via video or Google Plus chat or do more audio work. I consider myself more of a people person. I think I work well with being face to face with folks and being able to share some more emotional experience, I guess you could say. Um, I consider myself to be kind of sensitive and sensitive to other people's feelings. I read a lot of body language, and I also consider myself to be more nurturing. I try to listen to people intently and basically respond in a way that I feel that is needed. And so, being on in a completely online course, and let me also mention that this is my first time facilitating in a completely online course. I've done hybrid courses before, but of course, with the hybrid, that allows you some face to face time. So, this semester is the first semester that I have facilitated completely online courses. So, I had some anxiety and some fears with that. So I guess my first concern was that I wasn't sure if I was capable of providing or facilitating the courses that would truly be appreciated by you all. Again, because this is the first time that I've taught completely online courses. And so um, you all have given me very good feedback, and I really appreciate that and encouragement. Um, Concerning the feedback that I've been giving you. So thank you for that as well. However, I guess in the back of my mind, I always feel like there may be one or two students out there that um, is not that are not very pleased with how the course is going. And in that case, if that may be the case, um, then uh, do I really want to give you all a face to go with with any ought you may have with how the course is going? So that was first concern. Another concern was the fact that for a large portion, or actually all of my graduate studies throughout my master's and my PhD program, I was usually the youngest person in the courses, and so that's just strictly because of the fact that I was going straight through from undergrad to graduate school to a PhD program. And many of my colleagues in my courses were actually coming back for second careers. So they already had careers, they had families, and all of that. And so um, I was a bit concerned because I know that we have a broad range of people in our courses, and many of you are actually coming back to school for to kick off a secondary career. And so I was concerned with whether or not I would feel respected, or if I would be viewed as respected, considering the fact that I may be younger than some of you may have expected. So that was another concern for me. Um, but again, with being able to um, read your immunity maps and see some of, or hear some of the concerns that you all have, and the goals that you have, and how you presented it so transparently, um, it really encouraged me to be able to give you a face behind the instructor for the course. So here I am. So thank you again for being so transparent with me, and being able to share some of those intimate details. Um, Another thing, I think that this is probably a good time in the course to be able to share some additional videos with you, or some videos with you. Um, because basically we are really focusing in on the A Whole New Mind by Pink. So in doing that, even though we have a few chapters of the Keegan and Wagner, or the Wagner and Keegan text, and the Hollenhor text, um, we're really focusing in on Pink. And so, unless you all are discussing the connections between those texts and the Pink text, then you're not getting a whole lot of chance to discuss and share insights about those last few chapters of the Wagner and Keegan and the Holland Horde. So this is a prime opportunity, I guess, for me to be able to share some of the insights that I have from those texts, and also share some of the insights that you all have been sharing in your small groups with the larger group, because all of you have not been able to hear the voices and the perspectives of some others in your class, because you've been in small groups. So the next video that I'm going to put up is actually based on Module 7, and I wanted to share with you some of the interesting points and topics and concepts that you all shared in the Module 7, especially the first half, dealing with the CF styles. So, that being said, um, please understand that the videos will actually be very casual. So I'm not going to be in a suit. I'm actually videoing these in the middle of the night, or the wee hours of the morning, however you want to put it, because that is the time that is quiet in our home. We have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 7-month-old. So this is my quiet time. And secondly, I'm not completely sure that I will be sharing anything absolutely profound with you all. But again, the purposes behind these are basically to maybe steer you into thinking and reflecting upon a few concepts from the text, and also sharing some insights that I've gathered through reading the text, as well as sharing some insights from your colleagues. That you may not be able to speak with because of the fact that you're in your small groups. So, again, thank you very much for being so transparent with me, and for sharing your personal lives with me. I truly appreciate it. Again, I do not take it for granted, and I was very moved by um, many of your maps. And I also wanted to state that I hope that I did not step across any bounds or offend anyone with my audio feedback to you all. With your immunity maps, I know that Keegan and Leahy basically say that when you share your maps, it's not necessarily about getting the, oh, I understand, or getting an analysis of your maps from the person who's actually reading them. But I did honestly connect with many of your maps. And so, in doing so, I wanted to communicate that, but then I also wanted to communicate um, the encouragement that I felt that I wanted to share with you from reading your map. So, again, I hope that I didn't overstep any boundaries or offend anyone. And if I did, please forgive me. And you are free to please send me any emails or feedback concerning that or anything else from the course. So, again, that's the first video. Thank you guys again for sharing, and we're taking off from here. Thanks. Bye bye.